Greetings, students. Today's topic of the day for the subject Consumer Protection and Competition Act is basic introduction and objectives on consumer rights and protection laws. Let us understand the evolution of consumer law in India. Earlier, the doctrine of caveat captor, which means buyer should be aware or buyer should be conscious before buying a product, and that once a good is sold, the seller is under no liability if the consumer had not checked them before buying. This was so that the buyer had to be very cautious before buying a product. Although there was some legislations to protect the consumer's right. The Prevention of Food Adulteration Act, the MRTP Act. Please do understand, this is the situation we are talking about before the consumer rights or the protection laws was monumentally implemented. This is the situation or the incidents beforehand when the doctrine of caveat captor was implemented, where the buyer had to be very cautious and the buyer had to check the product beforehand, so that after the product was once sold to the buyer itself, the seller had no liability of the product. So if there was any problem with the product, the buyer could not sue the seller itself. Although, as we see, some legislations did occur, that are the Prevention of Food Adulteration Act, of course, which prevented the adulteration of food, and the MRTP Act. The Consumer Protection Act 1986 was very unique and highly progressive piece of legislation and is called one of the most important acts of Indian consumers or for the Indian consumers. Now, let us understand the basics of the Consumer Protection Act. Who is a consumer? Consumer is a person who buys goods or hires services. But there is more to the meaning of consumer. As per the definition of Consumer Protection Act 1986, the consumer's definition is in two parts. The first part says consumer is a person who pays price for the goods he or she buys. Second definition is consumer is a person who pays for the services he or she hires. However, goods brought for business or commercial purposes are not covered by the Act itself. So, we see the definition of consumer. Two kinds of definitions are given. One is under the Consumer Protection Act 1986, and you may also see there are various definitions propounded by various legal propounders, but please do remember the exception, that is, any good brought for business or commercial purposes are not covered by this Act itself. Now, we will see what are the basics of consumer rights. Consumer rights are those rights which a buyer of a product or hirer of a service has against the seller. The following are consumer rights listed by United Nations: right to safety, right to be informed, right to choose, right to be heard, right to redress, right to consumer education, right to healthy environment, right to basic needs. So, these are the following rights that the consumer rights are enlisted under the UN or the United Nations. Main objectives of Consumer Protection Act 1986. Consumer Protection Act CPA 1986 aims at providing simple, quick and cheaper protection to the consumer under three-tier quasi-judicial redressal regime at the district level, state level and national level. So, it aims at a very precise, fast and cheaper protection system under the Consumer Act, which is a three-tier or quasi-judicial redressal regime under national, state and district level. So, since it's a three-tier level, the whole rights fall under the national, judicial and district level. Therefore, situated thus, it tends to be called or developed monumentally as a quasi-judicial three-tier system. Now, redressal means a remedy to a consumer dispute under the CPA 1986. The main objective of consumer right is violated. The following main protection of consumers are protection against goods and services hazardous to. So these are the main objectives of consumer rights. These are the following. The main objectives of protection of the consumers are protection against dangerous goods and services hazardous to, protection of rights of consumers of life and property, right to be heard, right to access a variety of good, right to seek redressal, and right to consumer education. So, the consumer who is a buyer, of course, has the right to know, right to consumer education, and of course, if he or she tends to fall prey to any kind of problems, he or she can seek redressal under the Consumer Protection Act. And of course, he has the right to be heard, and he is protected by all those rights which he is entitled to enjoy at various levels in accordance to his life and property. So, these are or is the basic ideas or an introduction to the Consumer Protection Act. So, this will all be for today. Thank you, class.